What's up everybody and welcome back to another episode of Fallout 4 mods. Today we're checking out the Crude Blowback. So this is a new weapon mod and it's actually a little bit unique. It's based off some of the concept art that Bethesda themselves released in the art book and with some of the digital editions of Fallout 4. Upon closer inspection you can see this is definitely a really high quality weapon mod. Just everything about it looks very nice and you would never really know it's not in the vanilla game. Unfortunately there's some clipping going on here and there, as you can see with the hand right there. It does clip through something on like the handrail, like those little brackets holding it together, but all around the weapon does fit its name. I think it is a very crude looking and roughly put together weapon. The blowback feature I'll show you in a second, it just means the slide moves. I'm not entirely sure what they meant by that because pretty much all guns are blowback at this point other than like revolvers that you have to pull the slide back every single time, but otherwise the gun again does look really good, especially with some of the attachments. Everything about this is really high quality. Unfortunately, one of the ways this gun does fall a little bit short, at least for me, is the sound. So let's take a listen right here. And then I also do have a silenced version. So I think the silenced version does sound a hell of a lot better, but the regular version I just really don't think sounds good at all. So I don't know, that's that. Let's go check out some of the different weapon mods we could put on this though. So the weapon mods for this are relatively basic, but they do still look pretty nice as, I don't know, better than having nothing, right? So first and foremost, we do have a semi-auto receiver, though all the guns, all the ones of this gun I found that you find them in the wild and all that, I did find being fully automatic, so I don't know what the probability of getting it in the semi-auto receiver, especially considering this one's called a standard receiver, but nonetheless, they do have those two options. And it does do slightly less damage, which I don't really like. I mean, they should do the same damage and one should just be automatic. Then we do have a rapid automatic receiver, which obviously is going to have a noticeably higher fire rate. And then finally a 38 and a .308 receiver. And also one thing I do want to bring to your attention is this is the only way to change the damage on the gun other than like bayonets and stuff like that. So you can see it is really well balanced. I actually just added this to my modded survival let's play and it is a very well balanced gun and it does fit into the game quite well. Very similar to a lot of the other like SMGs that fit this kind of category. So obviously the .308 is going to do the most damage if you have that kind of ammo. Otherwise everything else about it, it does have a slower fire rate, along with the 38 is going to have an increased fire rate over the other two. It's just going to be the same as the standard receiver, and that's pretty much it. Again, I do like how the 308 does have a slower fire rate. It's definitely going to balance it out a little bit because you do get quite a big jump in damage, going from 52 to 79 or 45 to 79, but I think the 38 is the best of both worlds here. As far as barrel mods, you just have a short and a long barrel. It does what you think. One's better range, better accuracy, the other is not. So the short barrel does look, it honestly just looks kind of cute, I think. I don't know, I can't think of a better way to describe that, but obviously the long barrel being the better of the two. Again, we do have that whole handguard thing going on there, which everything about this gun does look really good. Obviously it's all custom modeled. Bethesda did make concept art for this, but never actually made anything in the game. So the mod author did make all of this himself, and I think it came out really, really well. As far as stocks go, you have 3 stocks. I think all of them look really good, but they're all relatively simple. Of course, you do have the regular short stock, which is just basically that grip. I do really like that blue texture there. You'll see that as a common theme, especially when we put it on the silencer down here, and you can see we also have that same blue tape going on, and I really like the way that looks, and it almost makes me just want to stick with all of these different stocks because of that. Although the green doesn't line up perfectly, which is a little bit of a weird glitch. As you can see, there's a little bit of blue tape coming out there. Otherwise, again, you do have the two standard, the full stock and the recoil compensating stock. I would like a little bit of differences between these two. I mean, the recoil compensating stock, especially, that's really it. I mean, I don't know. I know it's supposed to be a simple weapon, but maybe just a little bit more going on than just an extra bar, because the full stock, this could be a full stock for all I know. And so I actually really like what they do with the magazines here. Every mod nowadays has a small magazine, a medium magazine, and a drum or large magazine. This one obviously basically the same thing, it's just large and drum and then standard, but all of them always have quick eject versions too. So you have a quick eject drum, quick eject large, and I don't feel like that's super balanced. I like how this one gives you the trade-off. You could have a small quick eject magazine, but that's it. So you have a low ammo capacity but a high reload speed, or a super high ammo capacity, again higher ammo capacity, and then normal ammo capacity. So the small quick eject is the same as the standard, which is a little bit weird, so I would rather see this be just small, and then large, or small, medium, drum, I don't know, something like that. It's just a little confusing that they both have different names, but they hold the same amount of bullets. Obviously, one's a quick eject, but otherwise, pretty cool. I do like that little feature, and I'm going to go with the small quick eject magazine though. As far as scopes go, we just have some iron sights, which I actually like the iron sights. You did see them a little bit earlier in this video, but then you also do have 2 reflex sights, which are pretty simple. They do look kind of nice, but nothing too crazy. They're similar to some of the other guns in the game. And then last but not least, we have some of the basic muzzle options. You actually have a dual bayonet, which is pretty interesting, a little bit different, separating it from some other mods there, which does look quite nice. But again, I think that blue suppressor does just give this a great look. Obviously the bayonet has that blue tape on the front as well. So now I'm going to customize some of these mods and let's try them out. So there's actually a pretty clear difference between the two, that being the 45 and the 308, the fire rate differences. So this is the regular fire rates, and this is the 308. So as you can see, it definitely is quite a bit different. And if you look at the side, you actually do have that double bayonet. It's kind of hard to tell, but you can see it is on both sides right there. So again, nothing too crazy with the mods. Again, we have the little sight right there, and then we have some of the other modifications, this one being silenced, and then finally we just have the last one with some of these having short barrels. This one not, but I think this one is a short barrel. Yeah, this one is a short barrel and a silencer and a drum magazine. So that's pretty much it. Now let's go kill some enemies. So I did place down a bunch of legendary trappers. They're just over this little hill right here. So I'm going to go try and get a good flanking point and take some shot. Oh, was that a grenade? Yep, that was a grenade. So I'm going to try and kill them. Obviously, there are quite a few, so we're going to have to start poking them down. I'm not going to get any good bat shots from here. So let's try and get a better vantage point from the top here. Obviously, these are relatively low range rifles. None of them are going to be doing any crazy range or anything like that. And we can, okay, well, as long as they're throwing some grenades at each other, that's not too big of a deal. These guns do pretty good damage though. They're definitely a force to be reckoned with. Seriously, what is with these people just killing themselves? But yeah, this is the 308 version I'm using right now. That's why everybody's like insta dying. Plus these again are trappers. They're not the hardest to kill. So let's try and get some cool bat shots because we all know that's what you want to see, right? Maybe. And yeah, so we'll try and do that. Obviously I am using some marine armor. Did I say that already? I might have, but yeah, whatever. So as you can see, the gun itself does look really good. And let's switch to some of the other ones. This is the silenced one, and they all got into the hill where I was, so they all invaded my position. And this one does have a really big magazine though, so we can start mowing down a lot of these trappers relatively easily. I'm gonna run back over this way. Of course, this one is using the short barrel, so we want to be a little bit careful. Don't want to engage at too far of a range. That guy has a shotgun, which is a bit unfortunate. And oh, I was hoping for a crit there. It's really hard to aim in bats when you don't have your HUD on, because you'll kind of like switch between targets a lot. And oh, my entire meter got filled there, didn't it? That's what that noise was. So let's just try and finish these two guys off. And we do get a nice critical hit right there, so we can finish him off. And oh, can we finish him off? Or no, we're just gonna stare at him because I guess the hit chance was too low. So let's try and show off. I know the one did have that, yeah, this one with the red dot Skype sight, and this one does look really nice. I do like, whoa, ow. I do really like this gun. I think it does look quite nice, although just the sound kind of irks me a little bit. And who the hell are you? I don't know. We could kill him though. I really have no idea who that was, but yeah, just the sound of it irks me a little bit. I'm gonna try the double bayonet now, and oh, there you go. Okay. So we absolutely destroyed that guy. And I hear shooting. I'm getting shot at. I was going to say, I don't know where the remainder of these dudes are. So let's try and get a nice critical hit. And as you can see, we'll just blow him away. I think those might have been just some really weak enemies, which is quite nice. But that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to give you some quick B-roll with the weapon. Obviously, again, it does look really high quality. I am using the 2K textures, which are an option on PC to install after the fact. But in general, it does look really nice. I don't know why I'm jumping so high. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I thank you all for watching, and I do hope to see you all next time. Later.